When last we left our heroes, a reborn, or perhaps remade, Titus awoke, identifying himself as Titus Praesidium, and insisting that the Titus our heroes had known up to this point was dead. Felix welcomed Titus into a very peculiar fraternity of those touched by the blue flame, wondering who or what exactly it was that he, Golub, Viper, and now apparently Titus had struck a bargain with. Attention then turned to the recently unlocked chest from the Wellsgrove Research Facility. Emma sacrificed a conjured lion from a bag of tricks to open the lid. There we go. As our heroes discovered within, 12 identical coin purses, each holding an identical number of coins, though all of different mintings and origins. An examination of the various coins revealed 3 to bear discernible markings of origin: Belru Astu, Vagrin, and the Adran Empire, all locations none of our heroes had ever heard of. The chest also contained 3 tomes full of some sort of psychic or telepathic medium of communication, which turned out to be a sort of overview of the geography, history, locations, and socioeconomic systems of Zekarist. Also recovered was a peculiar spell scroll, scribed not on paper, but instead a piece of rigid, transparent material with the magical runes and sigils seemingly embossed directly into it. Last, but certainly not least, a scroll case within the chest held a detailed map of the Shatterlands bearing numerous handwritten notes that all seemed to point to Shalatar as the location of something called the Saren Rythux, literally broken stone in Draconic, that was central to the nefarious scheme of those involved in the zombie plague and the undoing of Wellsgrove. Speaking of the undoing of Wellsgrove, that came to fruition on a molecular level at about 3 a.m, as the night sky suddenly grew brighter than midday as a dome of light approximately 1.6 miles in diameter claimed the horizon. The Wellsgrove Research Facility had been purged. After weathering the ensuing earthquakes and shockwaves, all of our heroes that require sleep bedded back down, at least for an hour, before Emma noticed a group of people in plate armor approaching from the east. Felix initiated contact with the ranking soldier telepathically and discovered that they had been dispatched from a military encampment 6 miles east to investigate the blast that had destroyed Wellsgrove. After some back and forth, our heroes claimed responsibility for the blast that destroyed Wellsgrove, advising the commandant of the research facility that existed beneath the town and its ties to the afflicted communion. Hearing this, the commandant asked our heroes to accompany her back to camp, where they could report on this research facility to commanding officers, an offer that was not met with enthusiasm as it came 1 hour before completing a long rest. A compromise was reached. The party would make the trek to the camp after completing their rest. Then, despite Petra's best attempts to get into the commandant's pants, she ordered her soldiers to return to camp, saying she needed to report to General Septim. It was at this moment that tempers boiled over, with Felix demanding to know the full name of the general of which the commandant spoke, the commandant responding sharply that she does not take orders from peasants, Felix responding that she will take an order from Felix Augustus Flavius Septim, and the commandant ordering her soldiers to draw steel. Felix, you can feel the commandant's glare through the helm of her plate armor. I should have known you were Parassian nobility from the moment you opened your whiny little mouth. If only you'd said you were an Octavius so I'd be authorized to kill you on sight. She then postures herself to begin delivering orders to her soldiers. We are now in initiative order. That does not necessarily mean we are in combat. Exagora is up first. Ed, what does X do?
Just double checking. You can still hear me, right?
Yep.
Good. Okay. At this point, let me see if I can get where I can see. There we go. Yeah. At this point, he kind of steps forward a couple steps, slightly just ahead of Septim, and he says the following: Commandant, please, do you think that attacking your Septim will actually gain you favor with your general? And he rolls a persuasion check.
Go ahead and make your persuasion check.
Is that a goat?
Yeah, it's from the bag of tricks.
Oh yeah.
Is that a goat?
Sorry, I was actually still pulling up my character sheet. 1 second. All right, persuasion.
Emma was stepped out of the
I'm sorry. I thought I went back and watched and remembered her stepping back in at the very end.
I think I said she poked her head in to
Ah.
talk to someone.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we can position you there. That's fine. 30. Okay.
Damn.
All right. A persuasion check has been made. We'll find out if it is successful when we get to the commandant's turn. Felix, you're up.
What did she say
When?
just a second ago?
All right. She said, I should have known you were Parassian nobility from the moment you opened your whiny little mouth. If only you'd said you were an Octavius, so I'd be authorized to kill you on sight. And then she turns, starts acting like she's going to be delivering orders to the soldiers that are at her flank. And then at that moment, Exagora steps forward and says, and makes the persuasion check.
Yep. And I know I said it fast in character, but he said, Commandant, please, do you think you'll gain favor with your general, or do you think attacking a septum will actually gain favor with your general? So there you go.
Felix just stands his ground.
No action.
No action.
Okay. Scott, Morlo is up.
My computer just went to sleep, so let me wake it up here. Okay, Marlo. Oh, because I had to click it, the batteries get low. Okay. Whoops. All right, who are we attacking now?
Well, as of right now, there's a standoff between this group of soldiers that are off to the right and
Yeah.
your party. Nobody has
see.
actually attacked anybody yet.
I got you. Okay. Okay. Morlo will just draw his glaive and hold an attack.
Okay. Are you staying inside of the dome or are you going outside of it?
I will go. Who's over here next to Felix?
That's Exagora is next to Felix.
Exagora, I will go stand on that side.
All right. So glaive drawn, Morlo comes out of,
Holding an action. That is attack.
yep, holding an attack if anybody comes near. All right. That brings up the commandant's turn. All right. The commandant, looking back over her shoulder toward her soldiers, hears you say this, Ed, and looks over at you and says, as a response, no one is attacking anyone, but my patience is thin. You will come with us now. She is going to use her action to attempt a grapple on Petra. Petra, I need you to make an athletics or an acrobatics check, please.
The hottest athletics or acrobatics check she's ever made.
The DC is 26. 16. You are, are you sure you want to do athletics instead of acrobatics? I think your acrobatics is higher.
It is not.
It is not. Okay, awesome. All right, at this point,
Petra's gonna say, whoa, 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 whoa. I usually need a couple drinks before we get to this point.
Petra is grappled. As a bonus action, the commandant now, you watch as she raises, holding Petra around the waist with her left arm, raises her right gauntleted fist into the air as you watch a spark fly out of the gauntlet straight up, probably 120 feet in the air until it explodes in a bright ball of light. And then she looks over, wearing a helm, so it's difficult to see, but you can kind of feel that her gaze still is boring straight through Felix's chest. She says over her shoulder, advance, bring the rest, remember your training. And her soldiers begin to move out around her. Xanthion, you're up.
Xanthion is gonna get big. He's gonna step out and then get big,
So go ahead and make your step.
right there. And then he will, knock an arrow in his bow. Look at Felix and say, give the word and I'll shoot, and hold an action to attack.
Got it. Emma, you're up.
Okay, I have a question.
Yep.
The flare or whatever she shot up,
Mm-hmm.
one, was it a physical object?
Nope.
Okay.
Actually, it looks very similar to the few times that you have seen Felix cast Fireball. It like shot out as like this little pea-sized spark straight up, maybe 120 feet in the air, and then just exploded in a big ball of light.
Okay. Emma. Emma's just, I'm gonna be ready to shapeshift.
Ready to shapeshift. So you're holding shapeshift. What is your trigger?
If a fight breaks down, I'm gonna wild shape.
Got it. Okay. At the end of Emma's turn, the commandant is going to use her first legendary action.
Son of a bitch.
With her having delivered her orders to her soldiers, she now fully focuses back on the line that is appearing before her. Still seemingly like staring daggers through Felix, and she says, "Whatever happens here, know that you are about to be visited by the full might of Hammerhead Division under the command of General Castive Septim." Felix, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. A 12 is a failure. Her frightened foe ability is successful. You are frightened as these words, as your deepest fear, the assumption that you have made since this interaction began, knowing that at this moment your father is 6 miles at most away from you with the command of an entire division of the Parassian regiment of the Trirexian Legion. And these people are trying to bring you to him. All of the thoughts of your childhood, all of the difficult parts of your upbringing being cast out, being forsworn from the family, it just finds root in the pit of your stomach. And you are frightened. Petra, you're up.
Okay. Petra's gonna yell. Normally I would really enjoy this, but fuck the law. And she's gonna cast Warding Wind on herself.
You might want to step away before you do that.
She's
Well, she's
grappled, so it
grappled.
doesn't matter.
Oh, wait, yeah. Wait, I forgot you were
She's-
over with us. I thought you weren't with us for a moment.
Yeah, she's grappled. So yeah, she's just gonna cast it. Right after she says fuck the law.
Okay, so
You
it is a 10-foot sphere. So let's put all right. Do you see the yellow aura around Petra's token? That is
Mhm.
your area of effect. Okay, so
Can
everybody,
I scooch it forward? Or is it centered on
it
me?
is centered on you.
Oh, okay. That's
Yep,
fine.
and it moves with you as the wind kicks up. Let me see.
I don't
here.
see it.
No, only Petra can see it.
Okay.
All right. It deafens you and other creatures in this area, extinguishes unprotected flames in its area that are torch size or smaller, hedges out vapor and gas. The area is difficult terrain for other creatures than you. And attack rolls of ranged weapons have disadvantage if the attack passes in or out of the wind. Okay.
And I think she has a bonus action. I think she can cast Unsettling Words too.
Is
You
that
would
a
need- You would need to
Spell?
do this in the opposite order because they have to be able to hear you. So
Oh,
you would have
right,
to,
right.
yeah, before you deafen them, you would need to use your unsettling words.
That makes sense.
Unless you're gonna use it on us, which would be kind of messed up.
Now, is unsettling words like the like the reverse of bardic inspiration? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah, it's there you go.
You can spend words laced with magic to unsettle a creature and cause it to doubt itself. As a bonus action, you can expend one use of your bardic inspiration. So please make sure you mark off a bardic inspiration, Petra.
Yep, that's the
Uh,
last one.
Is this on the commandant, or who is this
Yeah.
on? Okay.
The commandant.
I'm gonna roll for the next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn. Got it. Okay. And then. All right, that brings up this soldier right here. So stepping around his ally, 5. All right, that's 5. It should have been a diagonal. And then stepping in becomes difficult terrain, 10, 20, 30. He is not going to dash. He is actually going to hold an action. And then his ally is going to join him, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Also holding an action. Wait a minute, where is Titus?
He's still in the
Titus is
bubble.
in the bubble.
No, I mean in initiative order.
He's not there.
Did he not have
He
to roll
rolled
initiative?
he rolled a 5.
Yeah, he rolled a 5. I need to put him in.
I'm
between-
supposed to be last. I
No,
think.
no,
or-
3 of the soldiers go after you.
Okay.
Add turn. That's a 5. And should put you. Splitting the soldiers' actions. All right. Next. 10, 20, 30, holding an action. Titus, you're up. As a reminder, if you leave Liamon's tiny hut, it
I get it.
is
I get
dispelled.
it. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to cast this. Come over. And I am going to remove the fear on my friend Felix.
I love Twilight clerics.
All right.
Then I am going
30
to,
foot radius. Go ahead.
and then I'm going to speak at the loudest voice that I can. My new friends and old, why have you left the tiny hut? They can't get in. We can finish our rest. And Petra is a quite capable person, and I believe she can get away from anything she puts herself in. So please come back in here. The fireball will take them an hour to get here. We can finish our rest and they can stomp around pissed off until we're done. And then I'm shutting up.
Any movement?
No.
Okay, so for one thing, it is already dark, so everybody is operating off of dark vision here. Felix, you feel like you hear the words that the commandant has spoken to you, and you feel this fear in the pit of your stomach start to take hold, and just like tightness in your chest and hyperventilation. And then, even though it's dark, you guys can actually sense a more pervasive darkness spreading out through the dome and enveloping all of you. And Felix, you feel this calmness take root in your soul, and the fear effect is abated. You're not a little kid anymore, and your dad doesn't have any power over you anymore. And then Titus has beckoned everyone to return to the tiny hut.
And let Petra get her own ass out of it.
Let my Petra go.
Petra, go.
10, 20, 30, hold an action. Five, 10, 20, 30, hold an action. And last but not least,
I don't know, just a little table talk. I think if we just get in
5,
here
10,
and we wait
20.
and then we deal with the consequences, we'll have all of our
25.
spells, we'll have a full rest. And
But
they ain't
still
gonna
have a
get in this
whole
thing.
army.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna get in this thing. I can
Unless-
take all of those. I know it.
Top
Maybe
around
not the
2,
main one.
Even
Exagora,
Felix's
you are up.
daddy?
I've said my part. We'll see what happens.
The as far as you can tell,
Sorry.
the persuasion check that you made has found I mean, it definitely did seem to take effect. Like, she has now communicated to you that her intent is not to attack, it's to escort you to their camp.
Okay. Sorry, hang on. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna keep going the same direction. Excuse me.
Oh,
Make a deal.
and
Switch me.
sorry, just so I know you're probably tinkering with your video
Ah,
stuff, Ed. I don't know if you
Yeah,
heard, but
sorry.
Titus kind of entreated everybody to come to back into the dome.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Make a deal. Trade me for her. Your men stay here. You and I go to the city.
And so then you're talking, so you say this, and
Persuasion
then,
check again.
yep, and then you
Did she hear
realize
him?
that
Oh, yeah.
like you're saying this, and it just kind of appears like she isn't able to hear you because the wind is whipping up around her.
Fair enough.
All right, any movement or any action?
I'm going back in the tent.
All
I'm
right,
over it.
all right, so you can go ahead and move your token back into the tent.
Right. There we are.
Okay, Felix, you're up.
You're muted.
Yeah, sorry about that. Felix just looks over at Xanthion. Do as Titus says. And then Felix melds back into the dome.
All right. Scott, Morlo is up.
I guess this is the defining factor, Scott. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you
Big,
want.
Big, 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 big.
What is, okay, does Marlo see this excitement in Xanthion's face as well as Scott seeing the
Saw on
token?
Xanthion's face. I just forgot to chant it when I got big.
Right. Yeah, so no, you've watched as like Titus has kind of entreated the rest of the party to return to the safety of the dome.
Yeah.
Felix and Exagora have done so.
Okay. I think
What-
Marlo will do the same.
Okay.
Not wanting to be the leader, you know.
Is Morlo hurt at all? Has he taken any damage?
I think, I don't know if we had, let me look at I don't know if I've had a rest.
I'm showing him at 68 hit points out of 74.
Yeah, I've got-
So
that's
just
exactly
like
what
a little roughed up, nothing bad.
All right, then I'll go back into
Okay,
the sphere of safety. I'm gonna go make my kids some dinner, so I'll be listening, but give me a few minutes.
all right, so. The commandant, now deafened, is going to move. Let's see here. So she can move. Let's see, her movement is 30. She's in difficult terrain because of the wind. And then she is.
Difficult terrain, and I believe grapple specifically says your speed is halved.
Yeah,
I
you
think
can-
she can only move 5 feet.
Yep. Okay, so. She's going to punch Petra in the face.
The fact that Aaron actually just fell over laughing.
That is a 21 that hits. You take 6 points.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning
man.
damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm crying. This is great. Sorry, what was it? I'm in love.
A Constitution saving throw.
Okay. There it is. Huzzah.
And an 11. That is a success on your concentration check. You maintain concentration on your spell.
Whew, and how much damage did I take?
6 points of
6.
damage.
Cool.
6 points of bludgeoning damage. Actually, let me go ahead and give you the
Able talk. I think you should
Concentration.
just drop concentration.
We'll see
All
what
right.
happens.
seeing that the spell has not
This is about a flesh wound.
dissipated. And
She's gonna punch you in the face again.
Is this gonna be a case of like Iron Man versus Hulk? Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
yeah, because that's basically what it is. It's like punches her once in the back of the head, pauses for just a second to see if the spell dissipates. It doesn't. Whacks her again. You take another 6 points of damage, and I need
Good.
another Constitution saving throw.
I just he looks up like she's looking
Another
around.
month of detention.
Oh,
Can I re-roll with inspiration?
Yeah, you can reroll with
I
inspiration.
don't I wanna I'm spiteful about it now, damn it.
I think it'd be so funny if she rolled in that 20 this time.
Oh,
So yes,
lucky 13.
concentration remains. Xanthion, it is your turn.
Okay, I don't want to leave Petra in the dust.
Do it. She'd want
Okay.
you to.
Xanthion grabs Emma and shrinks back down while pulling her into the dome with him.
Okay.
Can I roll an
Yeah.
acrobatics?
Yes, of course. You got to do contested athletics check against either athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, I get to roll strength checks and strength saving throws at advantage.
Yeah, so if athletics is a strength check, so roll it at advantage.
I got a 16. Why is it not coming over?
I got a 19 and a 25.
good.
Okay.
I literally mechanically cannot beat a 25.
Okay, so yeah, you
He just like picks her up by her head and just like
What?
carries her in.
She's just flailing.
Just tackles her in.
yeah,
It's like,
hold on.
I
Emma,
imagine
Emma,
half of the adder, and she's swinging it like a bat, like put me down, put me.
Claw games her at the top of her head.
I
and
didn't
just-
ask for uppies.
The claw.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are in there. Are you releasing the grapple once you're in there?
No, I'm fully pinning her on the ground.
Emma is grappled. Emma, it's
sleep.
your turn.
Emma, go to sleep, 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 go to sleep.
Oh, wait, sorry. At the end of Xanthion's turn, the commandant is going to use a legendary action to punch Petra in the back of the head again. Yeah, that's another 6 points of damage, and I need you to make another Constitution
Yes.
saving throw.
Yes. This is
What a
fantastic.
game. What is a legendary action? I'm just curious. I don't know what that is.
Okay, so legendary creatures, to compensate for the action economy of 5th edition, a creature that is considered legendary has these extra actions that they can take throughout the course of combat, but they can only use it at the end of another creature's turn. So they get their actions on their turn, and then they have a certain number of other actions they can take at the
Oh,
end of other
no.
creatures' turns.
And the
Oh.
kicker is we don't know how many of those she has.
And
Can
they always reset at the beginning of your of the creature's turn.
Can I
So,
give Petra my
damn.
inspiration?
no?
Fair enough.
All right, you are still grappled. I got rid of the wrong thing, but you are no longer concentrating because the wind dies down.
Rip. Ow!
She ungrapples you for a second to unclog her ears.
Okay, so the effect goes away.
So is the goat in the initiative order?
Oh yeah, sorry, the goat is supposed to go on Petra's turn. So I will pick that up at the beginning of Petra's next
Goat
turn,
just eats
because
grass.
Petra was the one that was actually through it and summoned the goat. So save settings, spell is gone. Emma, it is now your turn.
You can't grapple a creature more than 2 sizes bigger than you, correct?
Correct.
Back down. She cast enlarge reduce on herself.
Emma is going to look over at Petra.
Is this turning into a pissing competition?
Oh,
I would like
wait,
to
hold on.
turn Petra. I would like to cast polymorph on Petra to turn her into a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh,
What? What are you doing?
Spells and magical abilities cannot penetrate Leomund's tiny hut. You will have to get out of the hut, which means you have to break your grapple.
Which means you have to beat
All of
Xanthion
you
in
all-
athletics.
Out of
I
the
have
hut.
completely ignored the reason for the hut.
Actually, no, everybody's coming back in. Emma's trying to get Petra out of the grapple.
No one out pizzas the hut.
Amen. Wiser words were never said.
Can we
So-
Emma,
rules so that way the Tyrannosaurus Rex can fit in here with us too? Just
It
imagine
just,
T-Rex
just like
curled
grows
around.
around it.
The hut turns into a T-Rex shape.
Oh my
just-
god.
Just stretches it out.
Okay, so your plan absolutely has fruition. I mean, it has merit. If Xanthion had not dragged you unwillingly back into the dome, you would be able to do so. But right now, you
Xanthion,
have
let
to.
me go. Xanthion, let me go. I'm getting Petra.
No.
I can get Petra back.
Petra got herself into this mess. She can get herself out of it. It's about high time we stop babysitting Petra's shenanigans. Stay in the bubble.
You can use
Take
you
it to
can
a literal
use your
child.
action. You can use your action to try to escape the grapple if you would like.
Hold on.
Oh,
This
please
is a
don't.
defining moment
Please
for
don't
Emma.
turn. Please don't turn into anything.
Narratively.
Don't
Well,
turn
I'm
in.
not. I'm not turning into anything.
Oh god
Is he
damn
gonna
it.
cast polymorph on Xanthion?
Emma has 2 choices.
Ah, it's an action. Never mind. Emma stops trying to fight out.
Okay.
I don't let Emma go.
Okay. Any action or anything on Emma's part?
No.
Okay. At the end of Emma's turn, the Commandant is going to use another of her legendary actions. To command ally, looking at the soldier who is catty cornered just in front and to Petra's left. You hear her say, "Shale, take the stray." And Shale turns around, this armored soldier turns around and attempts a grapple as she is now, the commandant is now trying to hand Petra over to her. I need you to make another athletics or acrobatics check at disadvantage because you are already grappled. So that is a 9 and a 10. So we take the 9.
Can Petra like try to like yell or like convince, like, you say anything? The lady doth protest.
It will be your turn in just a moment.
Oh, okay,
So
never
yeah,
mind.
this is happening in between turns. So okay, and then as this soldier now turns and grabs a hold of Petra, the commandant lets go. So you are still grappled, but you are now grappled by one of her soldiers. Okay. Now it is your turn.
Okay. Petra's gonna yell, whoa, 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 whoa. You're looking for an Octavius? Did I hear that right?
Man, we
just-
don't save her one time and she sells out Titus.
She said, and it's
You have Petra. I mean, Aaron, you have my permission. If you want to sell out Titus, do it. I'll play along. Seriously.
I've
okay.
got a plan.
So
You
said,
can't sell out Titus. You're under a guise spell.
Gesh,
Aegeus.
Gesh.
Gesh.
It's
No,
pronounced
didn't that
Gesh.
go away?
You don't know
guys
what
have-
I'm doing.
You
Don't
guys
worry
have
about it.
never, yeah, this is all conjecture. So you say this, and with this brief pause, at when you ask, you're looking for an Octavius, from behind you, Petra, the voice of the commandant, just very calm, very level, very serious. Always.
Well, it just so happens I know where one is. We're besties. We play music together. I can take you to them if you'd like. But you gotta cut all this shit out and put me down. Because I like to be the big spoon, so get the fuck off me.
Are you using
Please.
your action to make a persuasion check?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll. 21.
The dice are telling their story tonight.
She reaches forward.
Who's making boxes?
Sorry, that's me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry.
I was so confused when you said that, Sydney. I was like, what the hell are they talking about? It was, oh,
I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry.
I love you guys.
Oh no.
Did he just roll an 8-ball to determine the commandants?
It's
It's
Oh,
got a
no.
D20 in it.
Our Christmas
the-
present to you. It might be my undoing.
it's the magic fate ball. It's got a
Oh.
D20 instead of
Oh, that's cool.
That's so dope.
hold. And the soldiers stop trying to advance.
Is that the end of Petra's turn?
That is the end of Petra's turn.
Now to break some tension, it's the goat's turn.
Yes. Petra, what would you like the goat to do?
What can the goat do? Just goat things?
Just goat things?
Well,
I'm a
It
little
can be a
confused about the goat.
nuisance.
let me
And
tell
you
you.
could actually, if you get it within 5 feet of you and it's a friend, it will give you a bonus action when you need to do anything. Because it's a friend within 5 feet of.
Okay.
It can charge or
How-
or ram.
What's its
Or
speed?
It could go back.
Its speed is 40 feet.
It is
Okay.
also a very good lawnmower, and 40 feet means that it can go
They
80
stop
feet
forest fires.
if it
wildfires.
charges, right? If it
I mean-
dashes, that mean it can go 80 feet?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
Mhm.
well, do they know the goat is with us?
There is a random goat in the pasture
Okay,
that you guys are
Perfect,
camped
that's
in.
all I need to know. Yeah,
think one part
full
that
speed ahead. Fucker's
Yeah.
gonna try to take the commandant out. She doesn't know that it's with us. That goat, I'm denying everything. I don't
Go
know
with-
this goat. Never seen it before in my life, ma'am.
5, 10,
A fucking goat comes out of
15,
nowhere and knocks them over.
20,
Ah.
25, 30, 35. Ram, so kind of like weaving in and out through these these soldiers. The goat, which has just been docilely chewing some grass, just all of a sudden bolts and weaves through the soldiers, making a ram attack against the commandant.
God damn it. This is brilliant. Cool.
and rolls a 21 to hit. Because it's charging, it takes it does an extra D4 damage. And the commandant has to make a saving throw or fall prone.
Oh my.
If the commandant fails the saving throw, it's over. We won. We won
Strength.
D&D.
Strength saving throw. Commandant rolled a 14, so it does not fall prone,
Damn
but
it.
just gets like plowed right in the hip. And you just kind of hear like, it's just like there's this tense moment of standoff between Petra and the commandant, where Petra's like, "Are you looking for an Octavius?" And the commandant just says, "Always." Ah! Like gets plowed in the side by the goat.
Just hear the ding of the metal armor against the goats.
Yep.
Always.
And it's kind of one of those deals like on the animal, like the Animal Planet shows where the two rams hit each other and then they take a moment where they just kind of shake it off, like they've obviously damaged themselves somehow. Like the goat just kind of like whaps into the commander's like plated hip and then is just like, "Ugh," and then chew some grass.
God.
Okay, so that's
Petra might have to roll a strength throw to not laugh, but it's fine.
7 points of damage. So yeah, she's like, she tells all of the soldiers to stand to hold. And then like
A wild goat. You don't even need to finish the sentence. Just a wild goat.
just a wild goat. Okay. So the attention of the soldiers is definitely momentarily turned back to the commandant. Let me see, where is this one in initiative order?
Is Petra still grappled? Can she
Yes.
wiggle free in the
You used your action for the persuasion check, which was successful. Okay, so that is going to bring you up, Titus. It is your turn.
Petra, I'm cold. That's it.
All right.
God damn it.
I really like this new Titus.
All right. So the only action that any of these soldiers are taking is the one that is slightly out of rank is going to step back in to form a solid rank. Takes us to the top of round 3. For a moment, there's not much going on, so we're going to pause initiative order for just a second and do a little back and forth. The commandant says to you, Petra. Bring your friends. We'll return to camp and then we'll talk.
Yeah, I don't know if I can acquiesce your request. You can take me because I'm worth way more than the rest of those bozos. They're just the backups. But yeah, I can tell you where he is, but I, you know, I love the tension between our relationship here, but I can only give you so much, darling. While she's being held by the waist by a knight.
Yeah. The commandant reaches out and grabs you by the kind of like by the upper part of the arm, reestablishing that she is the one who has you grappled. Are you resisting this at all, Petra?
No.
Okay. Soldiers surround the structure. And the soldiers start fanning out again to move around the hut. Is anybody doing anything as they do this?
Yes,
What?
I want. Xanthion, I need you to let me go. I promise I'm not leaving.
No.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Petra.
We don't know what's going on with Petra. It looks like she's got it handled. I'm not letting go.
So at this point, the soldiers now have started
Can I say
moving
something
toward the
one
dome.
second?
Well, of course you can.
Xanthion. Let Emma go. If anyone can get out there and aid Petra and not be seen, it is her in our group. Let her go.
Soldier was just moving up to us.
Yeah, they're just walking up to the dome.
Could you please let her go, Xanthion? That is part of what this group does. Emma is best at this.
As they just are kind of cautiously approaching.
Xanthion
going-
gets off of Emma.
Emma steps out right before they come around where they would see her.
Yep.
Emma steps out, casts a spell, and steps back in. She casted Arcane Eye. And I'm going to. It is 30 feet above the dome, and I'm going to keep it moving and keep it over. I'm going to keep it about, I'll say 100 feet over Petra at all times.
Got it.
Shannon,
Yeah, I saw it. Christian.
no, I was gonna ask. Arcane Eye is invisible to anyone who does not have, who's not casting it, or who is not got detect magic on. Correct.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, just want to double check some things. Thank you.
Yep. No problem.
I actually expected Emma to go invisible and go up there and help Petra, but okay.
I texted you back, Christian. Okay. At this point, also, just because we're not kind of taking sequential action here, as the soldiers surround the dome, is anybody else doing anything?
Can someone turn me invisible?
They have to do it outside the dome.
Somebody inside the dome can cast a spell on somebody else inside the dome.
Okay, so
It's
you can cast invisibility on yourself and go out.
I don't have invisibility, or I would.
I just used the last bit of my magic.
Okay, I was just thinking of a way I could probably go get Petra.
Well,
And
from all of my memory, Petra has always complained when any of us have tried to help her. Right now, the best thing we could do. Oh, we can see Ed.
The best thing we can do is see Ed.
is trust her.
Is the goat continuing to attack the commandant, Aaron?
The goat, I mean, if I can, I'll just start turning it towards the guys surrounding the hut. Just kind of
Alright.
do a little
Randomly hit them.
duck duck goose with all
Alright.
of the soldiers.
So the goat
Duck duck goat.
starts heading up this way. As the goat approaches this soldier from behind, you hear the commandant say, "Behind you, Jen." And the soldier turns their head around and is going to make a longsword attack against the goat.
No, the goat's not allowed to die.
Jen, stop it!
That goat dies. Santion's going ballistic.
Can I grant it temporary hit points of 1d6?
Can I
My
polymorph
Twilight
it into a
Sanctuary.
T-Rex?
I give it 5 temporary hit points with my Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
You just doubled its hit points.
You did. It had 4.
All right. It takes 10 points of slashing damage.
Dang it!
With its temporary hit points, it had 9 hit points. So yeah,
Oh,
go bye-bye. And just pops out of existence the same way that you guys have seen Ned do when Ned takes damage.
Yeah, where's Ned?
He died.
I've never resummoned him.
And
he's-
oh, and now
He's
you
not
can.
dead. He's gone. And I can't resummon him. So he's gone, guys.
Oh no!
Titus is dead. Y'all, the other Titus is dead. This is not the Titus you know.
Petra, you hear the commandant still maintaining her grip on your arm say, "Sheath swords, draw bows. If anything comes out of the dome, hold your fire unless you hear me give other instructions." And the soldiers all start sheathing their swords, pulling short bows off of their shoulders and knocking an arrow, keeping it trained on the dome.
You guys have horrible technique.
I mean, you could just have them wait there while my friends take a nap. Or, you know, instead of wasting your time, I could just take you to Octavius now and, you know, not
you're,
fucking around with our dicks in our hand.
you're a woman who is accustomed to getting her way. I can tell.
No, I just make do with whatever I have.
I get this. It's $2.
I'm quite
Yeah, that's fine.
adaptable.
Yeah, here's my phone.
If you don't want for anything, you're never disappointed, darling.
We could have done this the easy way. Your friend with the short fuse decided to escalate. So I am
Which one?
Can Felix hear this, or are they talking in hushed tones?
roll me a perception check. They are
Okay.
they are conversational, but you can hear through the dome as if it was not there. They are about
You're 60
50
feet away.
yeah, they're 60 feet away from you, but with a 20, yes, you absolutely can hear it.
I'm going to telepathically go, last I checked, I didn't draw my sword.
He also has an annoying habit of getting into my mind. I don't like that.
Trust me.
Yeah,
You
he has
try-
that effect on everyone. You
Trust
get
me.
used to it.
You should see what my father can do.
He grows on you like mold.
Can I hunter sense the commandant?
You can see her. How close do you have to be?
I have to be 60 feet.
And I believe you are parallel to Felix, so you are 60 feet. Yeah, go ahead and mark off.
Hunter sense.
It's pretty vanilla, unfortunately. She is a humanoid. No resistances, no immunities, no vulnerabilities.
Alright, just checking.
So So they're waiting for the army to get here from the flare.
You're not sure exactly yet. I mean, that would seem like, based on what she said, there is an encampment 6 miles away. She sent up a flare at the beginning of initiative order. So that seems to be what they're waiting on.
How long would
What
6
color flare
miles
was it?
travel
That'd
take?
take them an hour to get here with 10 people on a horse. Well, maybe not an hour. On horseback, more like 45 minutes.
If we get Petra in here, we can cast teleport and just leave.
What color was the flare, Shannon?
Like reddish orange.
Okay,
Could I get the
Can-
arcane eye there
Yeah.
before duration runs out?
Before duration runs out.
It's an hour long.
Okay, but where are you trying to put the arcane eye?
Trying to get it towards the encampment,
So you're moving it toward, how fast can it move?
30 feet.
So 30 feet per 6 seconds. So that's 300 feet a minute. A mile is a stupid number, 1 mile is a stupid number of feet. 5,280 feet, so 6 miles is
Long ass.
31, yeah, 31,680 feet. Divided by 300, 105.6 minutes. It would take you about an hour and 45 minutes to get it to the camp.
So no.
But you do through the arcane eye. Does it give you dark vision?
Yes, it has dark vision.
He
Of what?
wasn't going to the camp. He was going straight up above Petra
Yeah,
to get a long view.
right.
So
Yeah.
if they have any kind of torches or something like that, wouldn't he see them?
What's the maximum range of arcane eye? How far away from you can it get?
It doesn't have a maximum range.
Okay. Do you have to place it? So are you just
You
taking
can-
it
you
straight
can-
up?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you're just trying to get a bird's eye perspective. I get you. I thought you meant actually moving it horizontally across the ground until the eye was in the camp at ground level. I get what you're saying now. So the eye starts ascending and ascending and ascending.
And I'm gonna kind of have it go in a kind of a diagonal.
Yeah, that's fine. So you do notice a couple of different things. Once it gets probably about 1,000 feet off of the ground, maybe give or take. So a few minutes after you've started sending it up, you do notice a glow on the far horizon that is not like Wells Grove going nuclear. It's just like a soft orange glow, which would definitely seem to be the glow of possibly campfires or something like that on the distance. From your perspective, probably still a good 5, 6, 7, 8-ish miles away. You can't make out any details. You just see the glow of their campfires on the horizon. As you get further up, you do see that dawn is coming close to breaking in the east. And you also notice at a high rate of speed, from maybe a couple of 1,000 feet out, but probably closer than that, maybe about 1,000, 1,500 feet out, but in very rapid approach, what appears to be very, very large birds with very large wingspans coming very quickly toward where your location.
Man, we're dealing with some fucking Lord of the Rings type shit then. Emma is going to make a minor illusion of of what the eye is seeing, just kind of a bird's eye view.
Got it. So
Above
this is
her.
this
It's
is
gonna be,
being
like, right
relayed to
above
the
her
rest of
hand.
you. Got it. So you guys are now seeing what Emma is seeing, and you
And
can kind of see.
I'm gonna look over at Logan and be like, See, this was genius, Logan. I mean, Santheon. Sorry.
If we can get Petra in here, I think we should just teleport out.
Petra's working on getting in here right now. All she has to do is gain this woman's trust, and she'll be in here in 5 seconds.
Back to that, Petra, the commandant is not saying anything else in addition. She is not going anywhere with you. She is just standing with a firm grip on your upper arm. And then she looked,
Okay,
but she does look
Sorry.
over at you at about this point and just kind of glances at you for a second. You can just kind of barely see her eyes through this slit in her visor.
Petra's
she-
gonna meet her gaze and ask, so when are we gonna get to meet Felix's daddy? I'm really excited about this. Is this gonna happen soon, or like should I build camp? I could probably make you a stew if you like.
What are you talking about? Who is Felix?
Nothing. So yeah, you're kind of just wasting my time and this is getting really boring. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna, can she try to like wiggle free and attack or
At any moment, you can use your action to make an athletics or acrobatics check to attempt to escape.
okay. She's she's gonna turn to the guard that's holding her. She's got
It's
'cause
the
she's being held by-
the commandant is the one who's holding you. She
Oh, okay, okay.
reestablished her grip on you as she sent her
It's just the
soldiers
one then.
to surround the dome. Yep.
Okay. Well, Petra's going to attempt to pull the commandant in by the arm that she's holding and like rip her helmet off and kiss her to try to get her to let go.
Okay.
Since she's all grabby.
So are you?
Not just an athletics check.
I love it. You're doing the opposite. Take me more.
Okay. So you are attempting to escape the grapple, and this is the manner that you attempting to escape it in, right? I just want to make sure I understand you, because I mean, at this point, if you told me Petra's just trying to make out with the commandant, it would not surprise me. So
Well, I mean both. Why not both? Porque no los dos.
Porque no los dos. Okay, so a 17 athletics check. Against a 26.
Aw. So does she get the helmet off? Does does the guard move at all?
No, so you're going for like you twist all of a sudden, like taking the initiative to try to escape, and doing so by actually moving toward her instead of away from her, which you would hope would take her off guard and give you a moment to slip away from her grasp as she is surprised. With uncanny reflexes, she actually counters and now is going to make two more attacks against you.
Punches!
Actually, no. No, she is not. She is going to, at this point, release the grapple. You are ungrappled.
But
And off of the baldric hanging on her shoulder, grabs the blade of it, grabs the handle of a great sword and hefts it off, and is going to take 2 swings at you with it.
What? Attack.
No, I think this should. I think
see.
this should take another initiative roll.
Yep. We can go ahead and clear and go into a new initiative order.
oh, so I need to roll again.
Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and clear this. Hold on. Actually, yeah, no, actually, if you just select your token and roll, it should update with the new initiatives.
Lucky 13.
And can I just keep my original 21?
No, you cannot. Sorry.
Give me a minute. I'm trying to get it to connect.
One, two, three, four, five, and that should be the last one. The commandant.
Did Explorer get another 30 million?
Actually, yeah, did you, Ed, have you re-rolled for Exegora's initiative?
I did. Did it not show up?
Let me take a look and see here.
25. So I got.
25. Oh, that's really bad for you.
I know, right? Slipping. Standing around, I got stiff.
Okay, so you are at 25. Let's see here. Morlo is a 24. All right, now I believe everybody has rolled back into initiative order. Now the two attacks are still happening because this happened simultaneously. Petra attempted to escape the grapple. The commandant released her in one motion, pulls out her great
You
sword
didn't
and
save
takes
it on there, did you?
two
Sorry.
attacks. That's all right. What's up?
Mine initiative didn't update, by the way.
Okay, what is your new initiative?
12.
12. Okay.
You have to reverse of what you had before.
All right, so we will do descending order. 2 attacks at you. Petra, what is your armor class?
16.
16. Okay. You take on the first hit, you take 12 points of damage, and on the second attack, you take 13 points of damage.
Lucky 13.
All right. Exegora, you're up.
Okay. I know the bubble here sort of negates spills and whatnot. Can you throw a weapon through it?
Yes, you can throw a weapon through it.
Okay.
You
in
might as
range-
well leave if you want to, because Titus is pissed.
I'm not concerned about that either way. This is knee jerk at this point. I'm going to throw a dagger at the commandant.
Okay. So from your location, I believe it would be at disadvantage. What is the range on your dagger?
I was going to actually ask you about that. It says range 20 parentheses 60.
Okay, so past 20 feet, you have disadvantage on the attack roll. You cannot hit you cannot target anything beyond 60 feet. You
Okay.
are 55 feet from the commandant, so you can make the attack roll at disadvantage from where you're at.
Sure. Okay. Now, how do I do that again?
So on your character sheet, if you hold down the control button as you
Right.
click your attack, it will make it at disadvantage.
Is it shift for advantage?
Shift for advantage and control for disadvantage.
Okay.
Right. Sorry, my mind's blanking. What do I roll in general? Just roll a
Well, it's a dagger. It's a dagger attack.
yeah, so it'd be a one. So I'd roll a
You actually
Just
should
roll
have. Yeah, you should have under your actions, you should have a thing that says dagger, and you just click on that.
yeah. I don't know why it's going all weird. Oh, there it is. Okay.
And just remember to hold down control as you click it.
I believe I did.
Yep, a 9. That is unfortunately a miss. And the angle is very difficult. And the problem that you're having is that Petra is between you and the commandant. So you're trying to angle it just right, making sure that you don't hit your ally. And it
Right.
just sails a little bit too far, landing actually in this space about 10 feet away from the commandant.
Did
Your
that
pet-
get her attention at least?
Um,
Or break her focus with what she's doing?
hard to say. Is there any movement?
At this point, yeah. He's gonna be coming. Let's see here. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right behind it to here.
Okay. So you come out, this soldier with their bow drawn takes immediate aim at you and then glances momentarily back over their shoulder toward the commandant, because the commandant has ordered them to hold their fire until ordered otherwise. So keeping a bead on you, but not releasing their arrow. So that is your action. That is your movement. You still have a cunning action as a rogue.
Now, once I've done that, what is that again? What does that consist of?
As a bonus action, you can either dash, disengage, or hide. Dash lets you move your full movement speed. Disengage lets you move past somebody without triggering an attack of opportunity. Hide is you're just trying to hide, but I can tell you, you're out in the open. There's nowhere to hide
Yeah,
right now.
I can't do that. And I moved past the guy to get where I am. Did I need to disengage that, or does that not?
He does not take an opportunity attack against you as he moves.
Okay,
It's like that
okay.
this moment where they're
You can just move another 30 feet and get up there if
Yeah.
you want. That's your only option, or get anywhere else.
There you go.
okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
At the end of your turn, the commandant is going to use a legendary action to make another attack against Petra. Petra, does a 21 hit?
It hits me in the heart, and yeah, it also hits Petra.
15 points of damage.
Okay, well, I'm dead.
Okay.
I had 8.
At this moment, as you rush up Exagora, in all of this craziness, you throw your dagger and then run so fast that you almost catch back up to it before it falls. Just going like a bat out of hell. And you notice as you come up, the commandant, as she takes her strikes at Petra, is hitting with the flat of her blade, like kind of just slapping her around with it, but not cutting her. And then as she raises her great sword over her head in what looks like it is going to be a felling blow, brings the pommel straight down into her forehead. Petra, you are unconscious but stable. This is non-lethal damage.
Rip.
As that happens, Emma is just like,
Wait, do
I'm
I
out of
realize
magic.
that? Do I realize that?
Yeah, you guys all see this happen at this
That
point.
it was just knocking it Petra out.
Yeah, she knocked Petra out,
Okay.
but it's not your turn yet.
Oh, but can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
Would this mean it's possible she'll still get her long rest?
I
Yeah.
love you.
You guys have not broken your long rest for an hour yet.
All right, then
Yeah.
stop.
I think she's getting it right now.
Yeah. And then, so Petra just falls in a heap. Let me see real quick.
She curls up into a little ball.
12 on the dexterity check is enough because this is not really. As she brings the pommel down into the kind of the top of Petra's head and just like whacks her right hand then moves off of the pommel, letting the sword just kind of like fall back behind her, and so that the point of it rests against the ground and kind of like wraps around Petra's neck, so that as she lays down, she doesn't hit her head, and just kind of like lays her down, and then
Oh, that's so
immediately
sweet.
stands up toward you, putting the blade between herself and you, Exagora, and you just hear, "Stand down." Morlo, it is your turn.
Where's Morlo's token?
Where is Morlo's token? Is he
I
behind
think
somebody?
you put it under Titus. I think you put it under behind Titus.
I'm still in the middle.
Yeah, he's behind Titus.
No comment.
Now, Ben, what were you saying about Titus a little bit ago that he died and it's a different?
Oh, yeah, we need to catch Scott up.
Yeah.
Actually,
But
feel
that-
free because I need to refill my water. So take a moment to do that. I'll be right back.
All right, well,
Thank you, Shane.
after we left the Wells Grove, and after finding out that Titus' family pretty much helped pave the way for the Mother of Woes people to, you know, come into this world and helped, you know, enslave you and everybody and kill all of Petra's race and all of this stuff, all because of my family. I sat down and Titus prayed for the first time, and then Felix got possessed by two gods at once and killed Titus with a pact. And Titus has come back now, sort of reborn. He has all of Titus's memories, but he views them more in third person. And
So-
he is a paladin cleric now.
So is Titus more like an alternate universe of himself?
No, think of it more like think of it more like Gandalf.
Fierce deity link.
I was gonna say it sounds more like Lady Stoneheart or something.
It's kind of like Gandalf in a way, but
Gotcha.
instead of it being his race thing, it's more like the gods helped Titus actually be what he wanted to be, so he's a different person now, sort of thing. It's part of the arc that I've made for this character.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Thank you.
So now he still has all the memories. He's
Yeah.
just a different person, and he's not so designed to be deceptive now.
So
He's-
you're RoboCop. Got it.
I'm RoboCop. I
Are we
love
the only
it.
ones old? Are we the only ones old enough to know that movie? I hope not.
Probably, man. I remember
bet Ed
seeing
does.
that movie, and
Oh my God.
my parents would never have let me watch that. I had to sneak and watch it.
That's exactly.
And I remember having so much fun with that movie. It was like, wow, this is the greatest thing.
I know, right? I remember my mom let me watch it, and like she wasn't paying very good attention because that is not a movie you should let a kid watch by themselves.
I'd buy that for $1.
I showed it to my son though, and he likes it. It's one I watch pretty regularly. That's one of the like that and Willow, the Goonies.
I
those are
just,
movies I
you know,
enjoy.
I hate when they remake stuff like that or make
Yeah.
sequels because they just ruin it. I mean, the first one was so perfect. The second
It
one
was
was pretty
great.
good.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
so Morley,
All right,
you
we're
are
back.
up.
Okay, that's hilarious. Okay. I completely forgot what we were doing because Ben and I just had like a wonderful conversation.
Uh,
Okay. Who am I protecting?
You're Scott Rasso. You're
Thank
playing
you.
the character of Morlo.
You know what? I'm really not though. I'm still.
You
directing
have
SpongeBob,
been
and
and
that's
forever
awesome.
will be my friend. Yeah, okay, so basically Titus has at this moment in just like a split second between seeing the commandant draw her sword against Petra, looked like he was about to go and do exactly what Exagora just did. And then just scream for everybody to stop and not attack. So you're kind of getting mixed signals here, buddy.
Right, and I not wanting to. Okay. So Morlo's just as confused. as
I mean,
am.
really, at this point, guys, do whatever the hell you want. I mean, I'll go with the flow.
And by the way, that conversation that Scott and Ben just had was actually Morlo talking to Titus.
Just in the middle of everything going to hell.
Like, okay, wait. So remind me what? Yes, exactly. Okay, so Morlo's still confused. Is holding his axe, just wondering, waiting, maybe steps closer to make more of a phalanx shape,
Okay.
and holds. I'm going to hold an attack if any one of them moves close enough.
Gotcha. Okay. And then this soldier now, like seeing, oh, actually, no, wait. not able to see because their line of sight is obscured by the dome, calls out, hearing some sort of a skirmish on the other side of the dome. Commandant, and is waiting for orders. Emma, you're up.
Emma is going to. Emma's going to wild shape into a crocodile.
Okay. Given the
No, Emma's gonna come out first.
okay,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then Emma is going to wild shape into. Nothing with a flying speed. Emma's going to wild shape into a giant goat.
This is
you
appropriate.
killed my brother.
I shall kill you.
Is a giant goat large or
Is that,
medium?
is that go with
It
the
is
goat's
large.
grim? You killed my brother. The goat's grim.
The three Billy
And
Goats
before
Gruff, you
she
mean?
wild shapes,
Yeah, that's
she's
it.
going to say, "Let her go."
At about this point, she falls unconscious on the ground as you get that out and start shifting into a crocodile, or sorry, giant goat.
Does Emma not realize that she was just knocked out?
It was, I mean, it was seen by, but basically at this
Well, yeah,
point,
no. Emma says, "Stand down," and then Emma shifts into a giant goat.
so it's kind of interesting from your perspective, Ed, from Exagora's perspective, because you kind of hear this surround sound because the commandant says, and then just like a split second later, Emma from behind you says, "Stand down."
And Emma, that was my action, but I'm thematically, I'm ready to charge.
Got it. Okay, at the end of Emma's turn, the commandant, glancing away from Exagora, looks at you, goat Emma, and says, "So help me gods, I will skin you alive and turn you into a pair of boots." I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Her new name is now Gemma for Goat Emma.
Goat Emma.
24.
But the frightened
actually
foe
come through that
ability,
time?
yes, I did see it. I do see it. But the frightened foe ability does not work. Petra, you're unconscious. What are you dreaming of?
Aw.
Goats,
Petra,
probably.
yeah, Petra's dreaming of making out with the goat that kicked her ass. No, she's probably dreaming of the sea and being seasick. I don't know.
Dreaming of making out with hot goat furries.
All of the above.
Okay. Xanthion, you're up.
Xanthion's going to. Has anyone told him what to do yet?
In quick succession, Titus has both like basically urged you to engage and then screamed stop. As you notice that as Petra falls to the ground, she is unconscious, but not like run through.
All right. Xanthion is going to. Is it difficult terrain to move through your allies?
Yes.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I mean, at this point, I kind of want combat, but I'm trying to play this character.
Action dash 10, 20, 25, 30. Is she being held down?
No,
Can I
No,
grab can I pick up Petra and bonus action fly?
you have used your action to dash, so you cannot use an action to grab.
Okay, and I'm gonna get big. Big, 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 big.
Do you have another use of that?
I got one more use of it.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna action surge.
you still have your action surge?
Yeah, I haven't really done anything combat wise in a while.
All right, so you are big, 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 and go ahead and action surge.
I'm gonna tackle the commandant.
Well, you're not within range of her.
Okay, yeah, okay, then I'm going to shoot at her with my giant bow.
Okay,
Torrid actions. Vicious.
Ever wondered what a ballista looks like when it hits somebody? You're about to find out.
Yeah.
You guys ready to do some siege weaponry? Alright,
Well,
You
I
guys
feel
ever
like
play
we're,
Dark Souls? Yeah.
I feel like we're on an episode of Mythbusters.
I'm not gonna do sharpshooter.
okay. 23 hits.
Alright, and let me double check.
Actually, it might be funnier if he's that big, but his weapons don't change size.
Okay, so I get an extra D6 with Giant's Might. So
Wait.
here's the first damage.
Giant's might or giant smite?
Giant's Might.
Oh, I was gonna say, oh god, they made a giant version of it now.
All right,
And
and
then an
so
extra D6. Sorry, it's +2. And then I'm going to invoke the Fire Ruin to try to restrain her.
okay,
DC 12 strength saving throw.
strength saving throw.
I'm
DC
assuming
12.
they're gonna pass it.
Succeeds with a 19.
Okay. Yeah, okay, yep. So they still take 2d6 fire damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
11.
And 11. All right.
Stand down. We're all just gonna start yelling the same
As it
thing.
just echoes.
Into Petra's dreams.
Oh, hold on. I want to see how these guys respond.
Petra just unconsciously stands up just to be obstinate.
She mutters, "You can't tell me what to do."
All right, Titus, you're up.
guys, I'm only an hour old. I'm less than an hour old.
3 days away from retirement.
You keep
just
telling us you're a
looking
different
over it.
Titus. Show us how different you are and help.
All right, fine. Fuck it.
Petra's hugging her tail, just curled up, just dead asleep. So lovely.
Bonus action, I'm gonna heal myself. With a 4th level healing word.
Okay.
That gives me 14 hit points. So I have a total of 15 hit points. Ill. Then I'm going to decide. I hope this isn't a bad idea. And I'm going 5, 10. And I am going to attack with my rapier.
Wait, that makes the bubble pop.
Yep, the bubble pops.
Yep, the pop bubble is gone, fuckers.
Oh, damn, a 27.
And I am going to
Take on
use
that.
a spell slot to smite.
Smeety.
Oh. Where is my smite thing here?
Smite, 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 smite.
Well, okay, I know it's here. I'm having a hard time finding it. Give me a second, guys. Smite. Steps of Night. Channel Divinity. Is it under the spells? All right.
It
And
should be
this-
under actions in the actions tab. It's either that or features and traits.
I mean, if you control F, it'll pop it up. If you
Well,
look for,
if I go to actions and all and I control F, it's not bringing anything up. I know I have it.
Divine Smite. will
What are
be
you looking
under-
for?
Smite.
I don't think it'll be, it should be,
If you go to all actions and scroll to the
Divine
very
Smite.
bottom.
Here it is. I
Yeah.
found it. I found it.
okay.
So I'm doing Divine Smite. And I'm using a 4th level slot. So that would be,
a shit ton of damage.
I do a D12, so 2, 4, 6, 8, D8. Max of 5d8 plus 1d8 against undead. So I do 5d8. Here is the smite damage. Here is the rapier damage.
Oh,
And the damage for it being a crit. What do I do now?
You roll another 5d8 and another d8. You roll another 6d8.
ouch.
The guy just fucking dies.
Yeah. Just hear bagpipes somewhere off in the distance.
And I want to knock him out.
Okay.
He wants to kill him non-lethally.
All right. So non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal damage, and I want to knock him out.
The vanilla killer.
So I come out with my rapier and I'm like, well, after Xanthion said, you said you're a different Titus, show us. I come out, I'm like, all right, knock him out. I'm going to the next.
I have a question. Do you have extra attack?
I have bonus action healed myself. I've moved to this guy. I have attacked this guy with a smite. Now I have more movement. So I was 5, 10. Is he down?
Yes.
Do you want me to keep going and you explain when I'm done?
Yes.
All right, now I'm going to go. It takes an action to do that. I don't think I have anything else that's actually free. So I'm going to just
What level paladin are you? Cause if you're level 5, you have an extra attack.
I'm not level 5 paladin
Okay.
yet. Now I am going to 5, 10. I've moved 10. Five, 10, 15, 20, and I'm going to look to my left and to my right. And I'm going to look forward and I'm going to say, they should have just left us sleeping. And now you can explain.
Give me a second.
So anyway, nice showcase for new Titus.
I don't know what to do. So I'm going to let you decide, Ben.
Oh boy.
High or low?
I am going to choose. I just bought these dice today.
High is anything above 10, right? Shannon?
Hi.
High, so
High.
an 11 or higher. I've got two competing rules here, and I have no idea which one should take precedence.
Oh boy.
Wait,
You-
did you just have a dice roll decide a dice roll?
Yeah,
Okay, just okay. Seeing where we are. Okay.
it was an 11. So the knockout rules trump the instant death rules for massive damage. You have just knocked him out, not incidentally killed him.
Well,
But-
I mean, could it actually be to where he is obliterated? And I'm like, no. And he comes back together and is just fallen prone.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's awesome.
I want them to look, I want them scared to fucking death of what I just did. I just disintegrated this guy with a puny little rapier and put him back together, and he falls over, run over between my friends like, well, they should have just left us sleeping. Can I roll an intimidate?
No, because your action was attack. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. I'll shut up now. I
No,
wanna
no,
talk
that's
more.
fine,
I like
that's
hearing
fine.
my own voice. It sounds so beautiful.
All right. Again, to see if this guy is going to follow orders, because he was ordered not to fire unless he was told. Nope. All right, so this soldier is going to defy orders and is going to loose an arrow at you, Titus. And it is a 22 to hit.
Wait, which one did it?
This one.
No, it didn't. It aimed it at the common dot. I'm gonna invoke the cloud rune.
Gotcha.
So it uses the same roll of a 22.
So
Whoa.
that's your reaction, right?
Yeah, that's my reaction.
All right. So as the arrow releases, it's beating right down on Titus. And as you guys watched in the sewers of Wellsgrove, you see this swirling cloud just form out of nowhere. And the arrow passes into it and disappears never. And Titus, you brace for it to come out the other end, but it doesn't, because unseen by most of you, another identical cloud swirls into existence immediately behind the commandant and comes shooting out into the back of her breastplate.
I'm going to say under my breath, so probably Morlo and Felix will hear it. This is such a good team once it starts working.
All right. At that moment, as that arrow is loosed, you do hear the commandant scream, "I said hold your fire," and then ow, as she gets pierced by an arrow. Which let me see if restating that keeps this guy's hand. Yeah, he is going to hold. Felix, you're up.
Felix just sort of like, yeah, this is what it's gonna be. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30. And sort of pats Emma on the hind hawk as he comes up, just like, I'm here, don't buck. Can't really
Now,
see.
did this guy, I don't remember. Did this guy die or did he get knocked out?
It's
Yes.
yeah, it's like it's kind of like this weird and very much in on brand for Titus and his reality manipulating ways. Like for just a moment, you do watch as he gets run through, basically up to the hilt of his sword, Titus's sword, and just like crumples into divinely smitten dust, and then everything just kind of like gets weird for a second and like glitches, and instead of running him through, punched him in the face with the pommel of the rapier and drops him. So he is knocked out.
So Felix just walks up, pats Gemma on the hind hawk, and
Emma.
yeah, go Emma, Gemma, and just this would go a lot easier if you were just a little more civil. Thank you for not shooting me, by the way. Well done following orders, gentlemen and ladies. I don't know
He
who you
takes
are.
a bonus action to end wild shape, but I'm probably gonna do that on my next turn.
Okay. What is Felix doing?
That's all Felix is doing. He's not drawing his weapon. He's not attacking. They didn't attack him, so.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, this one is
A
This
little
one-
table talk. I think we should knock them all out, pile them up, put a note on top of them. They're not dead. They will wake up. I cast another Lemony's tiny hut. We do another long rest. And on the note, it says, please leave us alone until the hut is gone, and then we will talk to you.
Do not disturb.
Do not disturb. We put a sock on the door.
I mean, didn't somebody mention warping out of there? Maybe we should just yeet ourselves.
I think we should knock them all out and make another hut and pile them
I
all
do
up.
think we
That'd be
do.
great.
I do think we need a long rest.
I love this table.
I mean, imagine what they would think when I got up here. They're like, well, they didn't kill them.
Well, then, but the birds are coming too.
Yeah, but that's
We're
okay.
gonna have to fight them.
I don't think they'll fight us if we didn't
I
kill
don't think
them.
birds can read.
Petra's eyes just open and just get really big and then shut again at the mention of birds.
okay. So this soldier has lost his cool, and he is going to loose an arrow on Titus because he saw Titus kill but knock out, but kill but knock out his friend. But that's a 9, so it just kind of goes sailing high and wide. It is the commandant's turn, and the commandant visibly frustrated at her soldiers who are now losing their cool. That's a real good question.
$42.
7.
Big.
It's got two large creatures in her way. No, she does not see Titus yet. But nope. She is going to step up.
Attack of opportunity.
X, you would get an attack of opportunity. She leaves your reach. You are muted.
Is attack the only thing I can do with that?
Yes, you could make a weapon attack.
Uh,
I think you could also grapple if you wanted.
Yeah, you can attempt to grapple if you don't want to let her go.
sure.
Roll me an athletics check. Oof, a 21, but she managed to roll a 25. So she basically overpowers your grapple and steps away, but does kind of give a look over her shoulder at how surprisingly tough you were to evade. That's a heck of a roll. Steps up and yeah, Xanthion has taken an attack on her, so she is going to attack back. Two great sword attacks. A 28 and a 13. I assume the 13 does not hit. Logan, I can't hear you.
Yeah, the 13 misses.
13 misses. You take 11 points of slashing damage.
How much?
11. Points at Emma and says in the direction of her soldiers, get the druid out of wild shape. And the 3 soldiers that have not loosed their arrows are going to now release their arrows toward Emma. A 23, a 17, and a 5. What is a giant goat's armor class, Emma?
12.
So 2 of the 3 hits. The 1 is a critical hit. You take 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of piercing damage.
That is exactly enough to get me out of wild shape.
All right. You can choose which of the 4 squares you I'm
gonna go to next to Felix.
Okay, next to Felix. Easy enough to do. No carryover damage though.
No, that
Okay.
was exactly enough.
So actually none of these guys have their reactions now because everybody has loosed either by losing their cool or by following orders. All right. Now it is this one's turn, and seeing that Emma has now been forced out of wild shape, this soldier is going to knock another arrow and call out, "What are our orders, Commandant?" and hold. That one is down. Top of round 4, Exagora, you're up.
You're not drunk, are you? Do you want
At
to
this
be
point,
drunk?
As far as knocking someone out,
That's not
um,
an answer.
you just basically do an attack and say that that's what your goal is, as opposed to anything else.
When you hit on an attack that would reduce the opponent to 0 hit points, you can say you want it to be non-lethal and just knock them out.
So long as it's not magical damage, right?
As long as it is not, it has to be a melee weapon attack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I suggest we try to knock them all out, but if they die, they die. So be it. We'll do
So
it.
basically, what we got here is that if I attack her with my dagger and don't do enough to do that, it's still a stab or a slash or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna go that route. Which one is she again?
So what now?
Which one is the commandant?
The commandant is that one right there.
That one right there. All right. Move up here. And how do you denote between persuasion and intimidation? Is this what I say I want to go by, or how does that? work?
You can choose which one you want to do. It's just intimidating. You're trying to scare them. Persuasion, you're trying to reason with them.
Yes, ideal would be both, but you can't do that. Do I get any kind of bonus on intimidation with what she just saw Titus do? Or did she just she's past that?
Well, I will say actually any attempt to persuade would be at disadvantage because now there have been attacks made by your party against her. So you are now actively in combat. So basically trying to intimidate her to stand down would probably be the best thing to do.
Okay, we'll do that then. At this point, he walks up and like he wants to face her. Is that am I in the right spot for that?
Well, her focus is on Xanthion because Xanthion is who she is attacking.
Okay. Well, I'm right next to her. So I'm going to do my best to kind of lean in to make sure she like, can I whisper this in her ear or the closest I can get?
Yeah.
Okay. So he does that and he says, we either survived that city or we raised that city. Stand down.
Is anybody keeping track of the stand downs? I just want a stand down counter.
Yeah,
I think
it's the new drinking game.
I think we're at like
There were at
7.
least 4 or 5.
Well, I know what
right.
I know what the title of this session is going to be on YouTube at
Indeed.
least.
Stand down.
Drink every time someone says stand down.
All right, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Here we go. That ain't gonna do it.
Nope. And it just kind of seems like the
Do you have an inspiration? I know he gave
Let's
us
see.
one.
Yeah,
you
I haven't
can
used it.
you can burn your inspiration to re-roll that.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay.
But you have to say stand down again.
It is canon now.
I don't make the rules, I just enforce them.
All right, here we go. We're going again. Are you freaking kidding me?
Like
It was meant to be.
It
The-
was.
the moment was there. The moment was there, but it is just too chaotic for what you're trying to impart at this point. And you get the sense that if this wasn't somebody with military training, you probably would have been able to like get your message more
Right.
across. But it definitely seems like a line has been crossed here.
Fair.
Morlo, you are up.
Okay, I was helping Dominic get this. I was only paying half attention to the first part of that.
No worries. It is your turn and you are now in active combat with these guys.
Good, okay. So,
And we're knocking out on kill blows
the
unless
attack
you
that I-
don't want to.
when I had held the attack, did that engage, or do I have to?
You are not within range of anybody, so you will need to move to get in range of somebody.
This one's not in my range.
Oh, yeah, actually, sorry, that would be in your range. So you can just make your attacks against him.
I was going to ask you that before, but it wasn't. No. Okay. All right. Yeah. Here we go. Oh fuck! That's not what I meant to do.
All right, so are you making your
No.
attacks against this guy?
Yeah. Just I need to make my window bigger. I'm clicking the wrong.
No worries.
There we go.
Ooh. Yep, 26 for 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
And then I think you have a second attack.
Yes, I do. Ooh, look at that.
28 with 9. So yeah, two big yep, two big swipes. The guy is still standing. Seeing that at the sorry, any movement?
What? Well, no. Why is the 6 in a red square and the 9 is not?
Because you rolled a 1 on the red square, it puts it in a red box if you roll the lowest possible damage, and a green box if you roll the highest possible damage.
I got
Yep.
you. So that's
Yep. So just a bad damage roll. Is Morlo moving?
no, more low. Well, wait. No, now that I'm engaged with this one, no, I'm not going to move.
Okay. At the end of Morlo's turn, the commandant is going to use a legendary action to make another attack against Xanthion. That is a 26 to hit. You take 13 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
And she is going to say, and she's going to yell, fire at will. That one is down. Emma, you're up.
Okay, so the potion of fire breath.
Mhm.
Did you say that we can only use potions of healing with a bonus action
Correct.
on ourselves,
Correct.
or any potion?
A healing potion is a bonus action if you are drinking it yourself. Or no, sorry, any potion is a bonus action if you are drinking it yourself. To give it to somebody else takes your full action.
Okay. I am going to give me 1 minute. Let me check how many wild shapes I have. I used one. And I casted Arcane Eye, so I can't use another one. So, how many can I get in it? 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. If I can get right here, I'm going to use Fey Presence and try and get them, and mostly I'm aiming for the commandant
Okay.
to say, calm down. And I'm going to use Fey Presence to try and charm them all.
Why didn't
Okay.
you say stand
Level
down?
2.
Stand down.
We've evolved.
Because it
Calm
doesn't
down,
work.
stand down, same difference.
Okay. What is your DC on that? And is it a wisdom save?
It is a DC 15 wisdom save.
DC 15 wisdom save.
And I can use it once for short rest.
Oh, hey, what's up, bud? I can't hear you. What? Yeah, probably about a half hour.
But that's your normal time.
Yeah, what's up?
I wanna make
One of my magnets says goat.
I wanna make a shake.
I bought ice cream.
What is it?
It's in the freezer.
You make a shake for
Of
it?
course we can. Okay. All right. Can you tip over the description of that, please?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Got like fear some presence of fate in action.
So that would be. Hold on, let me draw a square. Would be everyone in this area needs
So-
to make a save. DC 15.
Say what? Brownie batter.
What kind of save?
Sydney, yeah, what kind?
Wisdom.
All right, so you don't get either of these two guys.
Yeah. I miscalculated.
I did not succeed.
Are you okay, son?
Yeah.
You're slurring a little.
No.
Okay. All right, so
Mostly I'm aiming for the commandant.
all right. So yeah, actually nobody succeeds. So yeah. Everyone is,
And that lasts until the beginning of my next turn.
are you you're charming them, not frightening them?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So Xanthion, Felix, and the commandant are charmed. Which,
And I say, stand down.
really, when an ally charms you, I don't really have any effect for that because you guys already regarded Emma as an ally. So there's no mechanical effect to being charmed by her. For
Maybe we give him
Xanthion.
like big lovey-dovey anime eyes. That'd be cute.
Petra, sorry, Aaron, what is Petra dreaming of now?
Petra is I don't know. Petra is dreaming of being on a deserted island all by herself and coconuts everywhere. Everywhere coconuts, just all coconuts. Oops, all coconuts.
Oops, just
and
oops,
a
all
cave.
coconuts. Got it.
Yeah.
Caves
and coconuts.
Xanthion, you are up. I will say that as Emma, your ally and party member, has now urged you to stand down, you are feeling a compulsion to make her happy.
I don't think Xanthion would interpret that normally, and I think he's gonna just continue to attack the commandant to make her stand down. So yeah, I'm going to
So
a
Xanthion
step
says yes
this
and
way.
but no.
to get out of 5 feet range and fire my bow.
Okay, as you move, she will not take her attack of opportunity because she is charmed.
And I'm going to sharpshooter attack. So this will
Okay.
be -5. 18. Nope. I guess 13 doesn't hit.
No.
All right. I will fire
As
again.
Xanthion shoots another arrow, Emma is like, no, stop.
Xanthion's gonna shoot again.
It reminds me of a scene of that cartoon. Goodness.
And I'm not gonna
On
sharpshooter
Amazon.
this one.
All right.
27 to hit.
27 hits.
All right. And then I get an extra D6 for Giant's Might. No.
So 10 points of damage total.
Yes.
All right. Second one hits. Any other movement?
No, that'll be, and I'm going to. That's it.
Okay. Titus, you're up.
I am going to take a bonus action and healing word myself
Okay.
at a 3rd level. Well, sorry. I'll take the first. Well, they're the same. So 11 points of damage. I'm
Healing.
taking my action as it's a healing word. Petra.
Okay.
For 14.
All right. Petra, you come to consciousness with 14 hit points.
Petra was just dreaming about falling asleep
Huh?
in the cave in her dream.
Yeah, they do.
And then like going in a second level of dream state when she got ripped back into reality.
Then
Oh, there goes gravity.
Mm-hmm.
Mom spaghetti.
But it'll taste like chocolate.
All of the above. Is she able to stand or is she prone?
It is not your turn. You are prone.
Oh, okay.
You have 14 hit points. You're staring up at about a 12-foot tall Xanthion. And yep, when we get to your turn, you are no longer unconscious. When we get to your turn in initiative, you will be able to stand if you would like. Okay, so this soldier is going to take a shot at Xanthion.
wait, I'm
because-
gonna move.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
5, 10, 15. And I don't want to provoke an attack of opportunity. So I'll stay right there. I was trying to get everybody in the bubble, but
If this changes your mind, he'll have to
And-
attack at a disadvantage because he has a bow in his hand.
can I move this? Hold on a second. Can I move this to somebody else? Since I've already done it to Felix. As long as it ends its turn in the sphere, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to give Morlo 6 points of temporary a D6 of temporary hit points. So you got 4 temporary hit points, Morlo.
Okay. Yeah, this soldier is going to take a shot at Xanthion. That is at disadvantage.
Did you
Okay.
say 4?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Wait,
that
do
is-
I have to use my action to change that?
No. No, that doesn't require an action. Just
Okay,
every time that somebody like
that's
ends their
fine.
turn.
I understand
Yeah.
it now.
All right. Okay. This one is going to attack Morlo because Morlo attacked him. That is a 14. That is not going to hit. Felix, you're up.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So Felix is just going to mosey on up, kind of like lean away from Emma. And get right up there. And then probably having seen the magic aura and everything. Let's see. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her just so that way she gets some more hit points back. 11. And the empowered healing.
I
that-
wouldn't. I would actually not worry about it because Emma is at pretty much max right now.
I'm just going through it because Emma's not the only one within 5 feet, I believe. Xanthion. Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. Empowered healing. Where'd you go? While you are incapacitated, whenever you or an ally within 5 feet rolls. Oh, sorry. It's whenever they roll dice. Sorry about that. So my bad. I was remembering that wrong.
Okay, so that's 11 points of healing to Petra. Okay.
And he just boops her on the snoot. Good to have you back.
It's actually disgusting.
Uh,
Ooh, I think it's good.
It's actually just,
What?
We're gonna do something 'cause I don't like it.
Yeah, that's fine. After I'm done here, we will. Okay.
so then Felix just looks up after booping the snoot and just goes, again, the ball was in your court, but you decided to act this way. What's it gonna be? No sword drawn, nothing.
Gotcha. Okay, so it is. This one is going to take a shot at Xanthion because Xanthion continues to shoot at the Commandant and has been ordered to fire at will. 17. Can't hear you.
Yeah, that hits.
17 hits. You take 10 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
It is now the Commandant's turn. The Commandant, you said, Sydney, you said the charm effect lasts until the beginning or the end of your next turn.
The beginning of my next turn.
The Commandant, still holding her great sword, having recently taken a shot at Xanthion with it, turns the sword around and just holds it pointing down onto the ground and gives an order to her soldiers to stand down. Just gives a general order, stand down. Somebody tend to Aeduan, and the other soldiers look at their fallen comrade.
So we've got Shale and Aeduan.
And Jen,
All right. That is
Oh, that's right.
to-
There wasn't, there?
don't forget Jen.
Say what?
We go out of character for a second.
Go ahead. Oh, you want to show them that? Yeah, here, hold on, because I gotta do this.
Please.
Why?
So I can sit down and show them, please. That can I please sit down? Okay, do you guys want to see a Lego set that I built?
Heck yeah.
Okay, it's one of my dream cars. Dad, you're pressing on this.
The Batmobile?
No,
No, okay, wait.
it's a Bugatti.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. That's very sharp.
That looks
I don't know
awesome.
cars,
like it.
especially Lego.
How
The
long did it take you to build
wheels
it? How
about
long did it take you to build it?
4 days.
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah, I love Legos.
The doors are wing doors.
Nice.
Nice.
And then there's moving pistons when you drive the car
Awesome.
in the
Rad.
back.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Tell him to get you a Lego Mindstorm.
I don't think that's a thing.
Yes, it is.
It
Lego
is.
Mindstorm. It is a thing to where you can hook up motors and stuff to Legos and make them move. It'll
I
teach
did
you
that in
basic
middle
engineering.
school.
Cool.
It's actually really fun. Lego
It's fun,
Mindstorm.
yeah. It,
Wow.
we did that
They're
in our,
pretty
like, computer
expensive, but
class.
tell your dad you want it. He should get it for you. It's a good thing to learn too.
Another Scott. Great Scott.
That was an awesome 4 days. How many hours a day was you working on it?
Probably 2 hours.
Yeah, I love Legos. If you're ever down here, ask to see my Lego set. Well, Isaac's now. Well, I mean, Sydney's.
They're gonna think.
Are they having a father-son stare-off? We should say things to distract Dean.
Peanut butter,
Hash brown,
marmalade.
Park Tower.
So weird.
Kumquat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. All right.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Can you tell them, would you ask them if they wanna,
15,
after you
20.
guys are done playing, if they wanna see my other Lego sets?
Sure. Dean is wondering after we're done with the session if you would like to see some of his other Lego sets.
Sure.
Yes, he
Sure.
would.
Yee.
Okay, so 17. So this soldier goes up and just kneels by the fallen soldier that Titus glitched out of the matrix. Yells out, "He's stable." You hear the commandant say, "Thank you, Dom."
I showed you what would have happened if I wanted him to die.
Fair point.
All right. Continuing on, because we were technically in initiative order. Exagora, are you wanting to do anything? You are muted.
Sorry, I keep trying to do the Alt A thing. It doesn't unmute me for some reason. Honestly, no, not at this point. I mean, do I know that she's under the influence of a spell and that's why she's like this, or?
It's pretty obvious, yeah. No, not a
Okay.
spell, but a magical effect.
Right, right. Am I still standing behind her?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and move in front of her then.
Okay.
So here. That's basically it.
Everybody that ended their turn, get a D6.
All right.
So that'd be
So-
11 points to everybody. It's D6 plus 6.
Of what, hit points?
Hit points, temporary hit points.
Okay, yeah.
For ending your turn in the yellow, the green circle.
They can't see it, but
Yeah,
Okay.
Exagora, you're in it.
By the way, I already have 5 temporary from something that I don't know what it was. Do
So
we-
this
supposed to have-
replaces that. It does not add to
Okay.
it. So instead of 5, you now have 11.
Gotcha.
Passed out. Emma, it is the start of your next turn. The charm effect ends. It's your turn.
Okay. I can only do it once for a short rest, so I can't do it again. Do I have any wild shapes rest? I have one. Emma's gonna yell. Stand down, or I will start eating people. And I'm going to wild shape into a giant eel, seahorse.
Giant goat.
I'm gonna wild shape into a giant crocodile. Oh, just a crocodile.
Okay.
And if I can, I'd like that there also be a intimidation. But I don't know if because I used my actual action too.
Yeah, I was going to say wild shapes in action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Attempting intimidation would also be an action. So, okay. Any movement?
I'm gonna 5, 10, stand over next to the commandant.
Okay. Petra, you're up.
Cool. Petra's gonna stand up a little dazed and look at the commandant and everybody else and yell, I think this bitch knocked the gay out of me. Where's Jen? I need to check. Where's Jen? She's gonna look for her and be like, nope, never mind. Still attracted to at least her. You suck. Can she do anything else besides stand?
Standing takes half of your movement.
Oh, it's not like an action or anything.
No, just takes half your
Oh, okay.
movement.
Okay. She's gonna look at her, she's gonna take out her gun actually and aim it at the commandant's head and say, shoot up whatever fireworks, call off whoever's on their way. Now.
Okay, roll me an intimidation check.
Considering the commandant's almost surrounded, could that give advantage?
Um,
I know she's a military gal, so it's like, it's dicey.
yeah, I would say, hold on just 1 second. Yeah, I will let you go ahead and roll that with advantage. So you can go ahead and make another check. We'll take the higher of the two.
Okay.
So the 15,
Damn it.
15 is higher. Okay. Xanthion, you're up.
I'm going to. Am I still charmed?
No, because it is the beginning of Emma has had the beginning of her turn since then.
Okay, I'm going to move right here and shoot an arrow. I'm over this. And gonna sharpshooter.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hit.
No, you're not.
I'm not gonna sharpshooter this time.
26 hits.
An extra D6 because of Giant's Might. And I'm going to bonus action, second wind.
Okay.
So I gain 13 hit points.
So that was
Sorry, 15 hit points. And that is all.
it is a D10 plus your fighter level, not your character level.
Yeah, so I have 5 levels of fighter, so I have 15. Oh, 8. Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say that math does not add up.
Math is not a thing.
So that is, and so that was 12 points of damage to the commandant.
Yes.
All right. Titus, you're up.
All right, I am going to bonus action, heal myself. Who's really bad on hit points right now?
I'm not doing great.
Where you at?
Like 30 something.
Okay, hold on a second.
36.
I need #1 rule of being a healer. Heal yourself first. All right, so I get 8. You're at 36. What are you at, Petra?
I'm like enjoying my mid-20s right now.
Mid-20s.
Yeah,
Anybody
I'm
else
really
bad
starting
off?
to come into my own. What?
Anybody else bad off? Oh, okay, so I'll give them. That was that healing word.
All right,
No, I've got plenty of hit points.
you're remembering to mark these spell slots off as you use.
Yeah,
them,
I've
right?
only got second level and first level left now.
Okay.
So now. You have 30 something? Has anybody hit you harder than 30 something yet? Logan,
Oh, what?
has anybody hit you harder than 30 something yet?
No.
Okay, well, we'll wait until next round. Hopefully you don't die.
Okay.
And
That's fine.
so my action. Sure, why not? I'm gonna fly 30 feet straight up.
Okay. That also takes the aura of Twilight with you, so that's going to prevent other people
Okay,
from remaining inside of it.
I'm going to stay up high enough to keep them in it. So can I move like here? Well, if any part of Xanthion's in it, will he get it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna move here and I'm gonna go 10 feet up.
All right. So 10 feet up puts you 10 feet off of the ground, which is also going to reduce the amount of. So that becomes a 20-foot radius. All right. So you currently have Emma, Exagora, Felix,
So
and
I've
2 of
moved
the soldiers.
10, 15, 20.
Remember, you can always
25.
move diagonally.
I'm going to stay right there.
All right. Stay right there. Okay. The soldier is stood down.
Morlow's still in range of healing if I need to.
That soldier is also stood down because the order has not changed. Felix, it is your turn.
Felix just looks at the commandant. What's it going to be? That's it.
That soldier is also stood down, so it is now the commandant's turn. So looking around at all of you, issues an order to her soldiers saying, form rank. Are we ready to go and see the general?
As I'm flying up above, I'm going to go, I am not going anywhere until someone is kind enough to not treat any human like a peasant. So please, will you allow us to continue our rest? And you may ask us any question you want. You can set up camp outside of it. You can raise a wall around us. Just let us sleep.
Yeah, my friend has a good point. You were perfectly fine going back to the camp until I heard a certain name, brought up some feelings. My apologies. Why the hostility all of a sudden?
I mean, I don't know if I want to sit through this therapy session. Can I just shoot her?
Yeah, do you guys want me to shoot her still, or like, is that still what we're doing?
At this point, it's more the principle of the thing. Like we went this far not shooting her.
I know,
I
I've been
mean-
shooting her this whole time, really.
Oh yeah, he's
Well, yeah. no,
Commandant, you're gonna have
that's
to
a valid
convince
point.
me
Yeah.
why I can't shoot you. And you're gonna have to do it fast because I don't usually listen
Okay,
to
so-
my friend's advice.
I'm going to start counting down from 10 as I'm like preparing to cast. I'm just going to prepare to smite her.
At this point, looking at the commandant, okay, militarily, what part of this is going well for you? Just let us take a nap.
tick tock,
If
Commander.
Titus hits 0, Xanthion's gonna shoot an arrow at her.
Yeah, don't waste a spell slot.
I mean, good lord, man.
Does this work often for you?
Which
Meaning?
one of it? This
More
small-
time-
We
Thomas,
don't
do you
really
think?
try this often.
Just kind of like glancing around at each of you.
No, generally we don't have to get this far because most people are civil enough to say, they need a rest. I give them a rest and then I'll just reconvene later.
I like to play it by ear. I don't like to do the things the same way twice. So this is new. for me.
So, in short, yes, usually so.
Morlo, you doing all right over there, buddy?
Yes, Marlo is.
Good. Love you.
Good.
Anyway, where were we?
You're not going to get your nap.
Why?
Is it worth dying over?
And just kind of looks over toward you, Xanthion. Or sorry, Exagora. I haven't even broken a sweat yet, dear.
I haven't drawn a dagger yet, princess.
And people think I'm arrogant.
Can I shoot her now?
I was napping for most of
I'm-
this. So
Neither
Neither
Shannon
have I,
gets to choose
technically.
when I get to 10. Shannon gets to
Broken a sweat.
choose when I count down from 10.
And so you are counting down at what rate?
I'm just counting down from 10. You choose the rate. So
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I cast Compel Duel on the
The commandant?
Commandant.
Okay, what is the saving throw? 15 wisdom.
There it is.
That is a 12. She is going to make a use of her Indomitable to roll that again. And that is a 17. She succeeds.
Fuck.
Alright, and Xanthion fires an arrow.
All right, go ahead.
And I'm gonna sharpshooter it.
Woo!
-5 would be 17.
All right, 17 misses.
Dang it. Gonna do it again.
Petra's-
Sharpshooter this time.
14 misses.
Actually, wait, would an 18 hit? Because they're technically +1 arrows.
An 18 would hit, yes.
Okay, cool. So this is plus
We're just gonna form them up.
Aw, damn.
plus 10, so 16, an extra d6 for Giant's Might, 4. So 20 damage.
20 damage. All right. So during this little repartee back and forth, this one actually kind of hurts. You get it right in between like the plate that covers her shoulder, covering up her armpit between her breastplate, kind of sinks in a few inches and just
We're not gonna ask again. Give us our fucking nap. And he drops his bow and draws his greatsword.
all right. Do we have to do this the hard way? There's something that you need to understand. None of you are in charge here. Arrows start striking the ground all around you.
Oh
As you
no.
look up, and in the sky, circling above your heads now, are 3 what look like eagles with the back half of horses
Hippogriffs. Oh,
as arrows shoot down from the Skyclaw Rangers that are mounted on them.
We should eat.
Potty.
I know how hard it is to understand and
Oh, God.
accept.
shut up with your bullshit. Fine, we'll go. All we were asking for was just a little courtesy.
You are a nobleman of a dead city.
I
And
don't
your
care.
own king let it die. You
Cool.
don't get to make any decisions
I wasn't in this.
anymore.
Fine, we'll go to this encampment. Great, let's go. God. As long as we don't have to listen to this pompous, arrogant bitch talk.
Ooh. He thinks you're pompous. That's saying something.
Ixagora just kind of looks over at her and he's like, so much power, yet so much to prove. Sad, really.
Are we done fighting then, guys?
Morlo, come on over. We might be a while.
He just, and he grins when he says it. Yep. He just
I'm
pissed
going
her
to
off.
slowly land.
Okay.
I'm going to let my cloak encompass me as I land
Mm-hmm.
and throw all my weapons on the ground.
Okay.
Should have just dropped him on the sky. Just
No,
rained
I'm gonna-
weapons down
I'm gonna-
upon her.
I'm going to throw all my weapons on the ground that she sees, which would be my rapier and my pistol.
At this point, Ixagora looks up at her again. What exactly are you overcompensating for anyway?
As the griffins just kind of start circling down a little bit lower to the ground.
Doesn't
Bless
make eye contact.
Yeah, but she keeps glancing in your direction a little bit, but isn't paying you too much attention.
I know. He's
Over.
just doing, he doesn't care.
Yeah. As it just at this point, the hippogriffs are flying about 30 feet above the ground, and you hear one of them yell down. Lysandra, what have you gotten yourself into this time? Nothing I can't handle.
Being kind of a bitch.
Lysander?
Commandant Lysandra Trosk. Pleasure to meet you all. If we can head this way, please.
Oh, you could have just headed off with Lysandra.
You mean this was for nothing?
No, it certainly wasn't for nothing, because now you scrappy band of adventurers understand who's calling the shots around here.
You
Yeah,
and
apparently it's the guy up there.
potential beings right now. Do you really want to try to get in a pissing contest with? Shut up and go.
The gods have returned and no one has authority here.
I think she just
Yeah, what
really
he
wants to
said.
hear us say that she's in charge. So, why don't we just give her what she wants? You're in charge, honey.
Yeah. Good for you.
Congratulations.
Good for you.
We're ready to follow you now.
I
Looks
like how
over
she's
at her
two
shoulders.
kaiju next to her and she's still so confident.
And Petra just bats her eyelashes.
Looks over at looks over at the soldiers that are off over behind Morlo. Says, can you rouse Aduin, or is he out cold?
I healing word him.
Oh, great. So go ahead and mark that off. You just-
At a first level spell.
First level. All right, mark that
There
off.
he gets 7.
7. Okay, cool.
That's awesome. I like that smell.
And then
She's wearing Fruit Loops. I'm gonna have me some Fruit Loops later. Sorry.
What's happening?
so awkward. Yeah,
I
so,
wasn't on mute, sorry.
so looking over at her soldiers and have you landed at this point, Titus?
Yes, I said I landed and I dropped my musket and my rapier on the ground. But if she's paying no mind that I did that, I'm gonna reach down and pick them up and put them in my bag of holding.
Well, at this point, you've just dropped them. She's asked if her soldiers can rouse the one that's been dropped.
And then
and
I said
then-
I'm gonna healing word him.
Right.
you said that.
That's all that's happened now.
Okay.
You've just cast healing word, and the commandant says, "Oh, thank you."
I say nothing. I just look at her, but she cannot see my eyes.
Describe your form to me again, please. Ben.
It's black and gold armor, and I have white skin. I look like a changeling with the roots of my hair on my beard and my head are black, and then it fades to white. And the black around my eyes fades down. So I look like a changeling.
He says, "Thank you." They have an Octavius.
Well, technically that was an hour ago, and that's not who I am anymore, since the gods have returned.
Sure, yeah, I think it worked. Good job.
Bring me his head.
Yep. See, good
My
job.
head,
That should probably
damn
fly.
it, I will surrender willingly if you will let me explain.
I think the explaining part is past when she said, bring me his head. She'll let you explain while she's holding your head in her hands. You should probably pop up back in the air, buddy.
I'm not moving and I'm saying what I just said. And I hear Petra and I'm kind of like, she has a point.
Fly,
If one of them moves, I'm flying.
If anyone takes an
Shannon?
aggressive action towards
Yes.
Titus,
What was the detail of the Gesh again?
The detail of the Gesh is that you were forbidden from telling anybody what Titus is.
So if I were to say something along the lines of, do you think the Octavians are the only changelings? Would Felix have enough arcane knowledge to know if that would possibly trip?
Well, you know that it pings before it gets you. So
My last name, madam, is Parsidium.
So Felix is going to interject. Do you think that the Octavians are the only ones like that?
I told you I knew where to find an Octavian and it wasn't here. We picked this poor brute out from Wellsgrove before he got the shit kicked out of him by the Octavian we did meet. So would have saved you a lot more time had you just let me say that.
So this is what kind of fix you've gotten yourself into this time, is what we're saying.
I am here to right the wrongs that the Octavian line has caused.
roll me a
And
persuasion check,
Who?
Titus.
All of us.
I'm gonna say, I'm here to right the wrongs the Octavian line has done and show another way of living to the latent.
$23. No, that's a performance, any persuasion.
Oh. Well, it's the same.
Plus
plus
7.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll take the 23. Do you shift?
I can, and I shape change into her clothes and all. But I really don't like fooling people. That is wrong.
Yeah, we'll work
Unless
on
it-
that.
And then I'm going to bow graciously.
Are you ready to go? Okay.
And then I'm going to bow graciously and I'm going to shape change into a small little boy, all feeble clothes and everything. But there's times, miss, when you have to use the wrong means to do the right thing. I'm so hungry. And then I'm going to shape change back into myself.
At this point, Exegor looks at it again. Wait a minute. Someone of your ability leading a simple scout party? He starts laughing. What did you do?
I told you I'm a commandant. That isn't a position
No,
of
I didn't say
military
your rank.
rank. That's the head of
No.
a
Head of a nobleman's guard.
I wasn't referring to
No.
rank, I said ability.
head of a
Oh.
training academy.
At a training academy.
Well, this is awkward. So are you an Octavius?
I once was.
Kill him. And that is where we will pick up next session.
You're a dick.
All right.
Picked a great time to start telling the truth.
You know which
Yeah.
one I'm talking about?
Yes.
It works. We're having fun, right?
Yeah.
All right, where's these Legos?
Right here, 1 second. Let me sit down.
Oh, wow.
I have the Vespa.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It comes with a detachable basket with flowers in it. Yeah. And it has a kickstand. No, don't show on screen. I'm trying to put this down. Oh shoot.
One of the hardest things I had to do with mine was keep the dust off of them.
Yeah.
And I ended up buying like those air sprays of can to use that to get the dust off of them.
Okay, and then this one is probably my favorite that I built ever.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's
Oh, wow.
it's the Adidas
Yeah.
shoe.
It's an Adidas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Are the
it
laces
comes
laces?
with yeah. And then
Oh,
it
cool.
comes with that.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
And then I have one more that it's probably broken, but I can show you the box of it. Most of it's broken, at least. 1 second. And then I had the Groot one, but then my friend broke it.
Aw.
Hmm.
Well, that was cool.
Yeah.
I hate that your friend broke it. It was probably an accident though.
Yeah, it was. They just dropped it. Dad.
Well, is that all of them?
I think I have one more.
All right.
This one isn't anything special or anything. It's just a small Fast and Furious car.
Oh, that's cool. I like it.
I like that.
Yeah. I do too, yeah.
Shoot, I don't know, Shannon. I think I need some aftercare after that, man.
Yeah.
That was some gaslighting at its best. I mean, really.
Yeah, there were a few different things I was looking at with the way that this interaction shook out, and my primary focus was really on how Felix was going to interact. But man, Christian Felix was cool as a cucumber in this. It was as soon as they realized what you were, Titus, because there's
Oh,
stuff
I kind of want that to happen with this character. So he kind of figures out how he's going to have to deal with it with everybody. Because right now he's just he's less than an hour old.
Yep. So we will figure out next time just exactly how screwed Titus is.
Next time, everybody,
Mhm.
this will be this side of the Mason-Dixon. So that'll be the 18th. So unfortunately, Ben, unfortunately, Ed, you're going to be still in Tennessee, right?
Actually, the
Oh, yeah.
18th, actually the 18th I can't run, so we're gonna have to figure out when the next session is gonna be.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
we will talk about that in the chat, but I know it will not be the 18th.
Okay.
You got
All right.
that
Gotcha.
concert, right?
We're going to see the Indigo Girls in Peoria. So
Oh,
That's
cool.
cool.
all right. So stop recording. I am going to hold